Hello everyone, welcome you all. Let us begin this session with the question number 11. Which of the following are the features of parliamentary government? Presence of nominal and real executives, majority party rule, collective responsibility of the executive to the legislature. Here we have to identify the correct statement. See, whenever you are analyzing the statements, first you note down whether we have to identify the correct statement or incorrect statement. Let us discuss the features of parliamentary government before analyzing the statement. See, what are the features of parliamentary government in India? Number one is presence of nominal and real executives, which means this statement is right. Number two is majority party rule. Therefore, this statement is also right. Number three is collective responsibility of the executive to the legislature. Therefore, this statement is also right. What are the remaining things? Let us discuss about that also. See, the remaining things are members of the ministers in the legislature and also the leader of the prime minister or the chief minister. And the last thing is dissolution of the lower house, which means Lok Sabha or assembly. So these are the features of parliamentary government in India. Therefore, answer would be D 1, 2 and 3. Let us move on with the question number 12. Consider the following statement regarding universal adult franchise. Every citizen who is not less than 18 years of the age has the right to vote. The voting age was reduced to 18 years from 21 years by the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1978. Here we have to identify the correct statement. See, let us analyze the statement. The Indian Constitution adapts universal adult franchise as the basis of elections to the Lok Sabha and state legislature. And also note down that every citizen who is not less than 18 years of the age has the right to vote without any discriminations like caste and then sex and then race and then religion. So these are the criteria. So that is also note down that right to vote without any discrimination like caste, sex, race and then religion. That is also very important. So one should not discriminate. And also literacy. So that is also very important. And finally wealth. So one should not discriminate. So therefore remember these points. One should not discriminate among these. And also note down that the voting age was reduced to 18 years from 21 years in 1989. So remember, so 1989. Therefore, here it is given as 1978. Therefore, obviously wrong. And also by the 61st Constitutional Amendment Act. So kindly remember, that is also very important. 61st Constitutional Amendment Act of 1988. It is not by the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1970. Therefore, statement number 1 is right. Statement number 2 is wrong. Here we have to identify the correct statement. Therefore, the answer would be A1 only. Let us move on with the question number 8. Which of the following are envisaged by the Constitution as the bulwarks of the democratic system of government in India? Election Commission and then CAG and then UPSC and then State Public Service Commission. So here one has to note down that the Indian Constitution not only provides for legislature, executive and judicial organs of the government, but also it established certain independent bodies, namely Election Commission. And also this Election Commission is to ensure free and fair elections to the Parliament and the state legislatures, Office of the President of India and Office of Vice President of India. What about CAG? CAG is nothing but Comptroller and Auditor General of India to audit the accounts of the central and state government. And also remember that he acts as a guardian. Okay, he acts as a guardian of public purview. So kindly remember the word, the public purview. And also comment on the legality and propriety of government expenditure. And what about Union Public Service Commission? See, to conduct examinations for recruitment to all the Indian services and higher central services, and also to advise the president on disciplinary matters. So that is also very important. And what about State Public Service Commission? See, in every state, to conduct examinations for the state government to the state services, and also to advise the governor on disciplinary matters. Therefore, all the given four statements here are correct with respect to bulwarks of the democratic system of government of India. Therefore, the answer would be D 1, 2, 3 and 4. Therefore, let us move on with the question number 14. Consider the following statement regarding preamble. The British Constitution was the first to begin with the preamble. Statement number 2. The preamble to the Indian Constitution is based on the objective resolution. Here we have to identify the correct statement. See, remember, the American Constitution was the first one to begin with the preamble. So kindly remember and also note down that it is not the British Constitution. Therefore, this statement is wrong. And also note down that, see, many countries, including India, follow these practices, which means we are following the American Constitution. And also note down that it contains the summary or essence of the Constitution. See, and also remember the one more thing. See, NAP in short, N.A. Palkiwala, an eminent jurist, and also he is the constitutional expert, called this preamble as the identity code of Constitution. That is very important. So kindly remember the name also, identity code of the Constitution. It was given by N.A. Palkiwala. So also remember those points. And also this preamble to the Indian Constitution based on the objective resolution which was drafted and moved by the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So kindly remember this is also very important. And also it was adopted by the Constituent Assembly. Therefore this statement is right. The answer would be B2 only. And also remember that it has been amended by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976. It had three words, namely socialist and secular. And also remember one more word that is also very important, integrity. So these three words are added to the preamble by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976. Let us move on with the question number 10. The preamble reveals about sources of authority of the Constitution, nature of Indian state, objective of the Constitution, date of adoption of the Constitution. See, if you go through the preamble, you can able to identify that the preamble reveals four ingredients or components, namely the sources of the Indian Constitution, and then nature of Indian state, and also note down that objective of the Constitution, and also remember it also reveals about the date of adoption of the Constitution. Therefore, answer would be D 1, 2, 3 and 4 only. So kindly note down that. So here we have to change. Okay. So A, B, C, D. So the answer would be D 1, 2, 3 and 4 only. With this I am concluding this session. We will meet in the next session. Thank you all. Have a good day.